Hello everybody, welcome back to the Little Things podcast, where we take a step away from the big picture and we look at all the glorious things that life has to offer. Hello, I'm your host, Alexis Scott, and welcome to today's episode. I'm so glad that you're here joining me today in this lovely fall season and this new season of embracing ourselves and overcoming new challenges that we have never overcome before, aka this mini little college adventure series, adventure era of college, or freshman at college, I don't know what you'd call it, just this new era at college, this new experience and transition into life we're talking about in the next few episodes, so will be some content on that. But hello, I'm so glad that you're here in this lovely conversation today. So grab your drink. I am drinking, once again, as in last episode, a sherbet swirl Alani, because Alani's get us through the day. So that's what we're drinking. So we're talking about doing it scared, embracing the journey, and embracing the uncomfortable. So we're gonna chat about that. So grab your drink, grab a snack, get cozy, or put this on in the background like you're calling a friend and get some work done and be productive, or just listen whenever you need. So, with that being said, let's get right on into today's episode. Okay, hello, I'm so glad that you're here joining me. So, let's do a little catch-up, because it's been a while since episodes have been recorded, and of course one has been recorded, but it's more of a formal, welcome back. So now we're officially back in the swing of things, back in posting, and we're in video, which I'm so excited and, it's just so great to be back in the exciting new journey with this new background. And so if you have any recommendations, any advice, tips, tricks, please feel free to share at thelittlethings.podcast on Instagram, which is also linked down below. And so let's catch up. It's been a while, let's catch up. So what has been going on? So of course, moving to college, new experience. I'm going to Pepperdine University, which is located in Malibu, California, and I'm officially a Cali girl now. I can say I officially have been here for a little bit, so it's been great experiencing life and the new journey and chapter, and meeting a bunch of great people, new experiences, and with that we'll get on to it, but I want to just say a little bit of how grateful for I am to be here, and just hopefully this will inspire you to have a little gratitude in your life, push that gratitude, and maybe start each day with some gratitude. And what are 3 things you're thankful for? So we're gonna have our little gratitude section, and I just think, and having this gratitude section will really just boost us to have a motivational day. And we're going to talk about doing it scared and putting ourselves into uncomfortable situations that are going to propel us forward. And with that, we are talking about, honestly, probably one of the best days I've had. I took myself on a little solo date. And before I say this, I've had an amazing roommate, amazing suitemates, amazing friends here, and I've been able to go to the beach, go to a Bible study, been able to get out, explore Malibu, and have dinner, go to the beach a lot, and be able to just explore and have a bunch of opportunities, which have been so great. But as you know, we are really big on dating ourselves here and really having self-love before we can love others. And I have not had time to take myself on a little solo date out in Malibu. So what did I do today? I took myself on a little solo date on Malibu. So with this, I have needed some time to just kind of get back to myself, get back to doing this, being back in the experience. So we have been in the process, but solo date occurred today, and I think this is honestly this is the first solo date I've taken myself out in a brand new city, brand new state, brand new experiences in Malibu. We took ourselves out. So what did we do? Well, we started the morning, we did a little workout, we were motivated, we did a fun little time, worked out, and then we got ready, and it was about 8 o'clock, had our overnight oats. There's a farmer's market here, which is so amazing, and I've gotten blue spirulina sea moss, and it is so good. I highly recommend taking sea moss. It is so good for your gut, your health overall. I feel better when I take it, so please, if you have any opportunity to do sea moss. Luckily, being in California and Malibu has been such a good health and wellness area, and it's been very different from where I was at home, so it's been great to be in that place where I'm able to eat clean, eat healthy, and I do have dietary restrictions such as not being able to eat dairy, and it's been great to be able to eat that here. So that's been great, and I've been able to just honestly eat and enjoy life and food and yummy, great, clean food and be healthy. So it's been so nice to have that, and just grateful. So I had my sea moss, I had my overnight oats I made, and of course I'm in college, so you have the dining food, but I luckily have been able to kind of work and still have my little routine, which has been great. But so we got ready, and an exciting event happened today. As you know, the hot girl walk, is quite trending, and it started by a girl named Mia, who started this in like 2021. She posted about it and it blew up and it became trending, and she officially published a book about the hot girl walk. And I have been watching her journey through the entire thing for a few years now, and I've always wanted to go, but I wasn't able to go to the one closest to me, and all the other ones were quite far away. So I was like, oh, I wonder if I get to go. I was on Instagram one night. It was just fate. The universe was working its magic. I was on Instagram scrolling through on my phone, just scrolling, and the hot girl walk popped up, and it was on an ad. I was like, okay, whoa, this is crazy. So I clicked on it. I'm like, oh, it's in LA. Okay, that's great. Maybe I'll, Uber, drive there. And I was like, oh, it's probably going to be like an hour or so away. It was in the little bookstore in the Country Mart. So what did I do? I got in the Uber this morning, and because I don't have my car here yet, hopefully soon, but I got in the Uber and I took myself. And so this was myself putting myself out there and being in an uncomfortable situation and being scared. And we're going to get to farther deep into it, but this was really like what inspired this episode. And of course, moving far away. But this is really what inspired it. So what happened? So the hot girl walk normally takes place in LA once a month in Santa Monica by a beautiful, sweet, really kind girl named Mia Lynn, and she is so sweet and precious and as fun and as exciting as she shows through her post in person. She was absolutely amazing to meet. So it was at a local Country Mart, and she just released a book, and so I decided to go for the book signing and the book publishing announcement and the walk, of course, to meet such a great community. So it's actually on the back here. So I was able to get a book, The Hot Girl Walk. It said, find happiness, achieve your dreams, and cultivate confidence. And she just published this book, and I'm so just grateful to have it. I had her sign it, and she was so, so sweet. And for her to publish a book, it was so motivational. I got it. She got to speak a little bit about why she published it, how she started, and all that. It was great. So I got the book. It was a little tote bag that says Hot Girl Walk, and it has gratitude, goals, and confidence. And I thought this was such a good message, especially for this podcast being something where we spread positivity, where we spread happiness and joy. So I thought, why not share? And it is just so gratitude, goals, and confidence. That is such a good motto to have. And her talking and just what she does and everything really does motivate me, and so I want to kind of spread that same energy through these episodes and maybe like guide you towards her, because she's just great, and it was a great opportunity to meet her and talk to somebody in the same field, and just to be able to see such a good positive impact that she is making in the community. So I was blessed to be able to go to it, and it was my first time being able to be someplace where I could just drive down to a thing like this. So it's great to be here and do it. So there's a cute little tote bag and hot girl walk, because we love her exercise, we love her energy. There's also a really cute little pink post-it notes in there, and it says, let your inner glow shine. And so that was really cute. There's also Swedish candy, but I might have already eaten those. And then a cutesy little bandana that says Hot Girl Walk on it. So that's been it was super cute, such a great experience, and I'm currently in the process of reading her book. I did just get it, and it's been great so far. She has some amazing advice, so I'd highly recommend it, and going on a little hot girl walk, because it's great to walk around Malibu and to just meet a bunch of people and go experience it. So, with that being said, after that, I decided to go get a coffee. I walked around a little bit. I went to, where did I go? I went to Scott's bakery and got a coffee and a little sandwich. Walked around, went to Whole Foods, got a little pumpkin and some treats, and then came back home. And it was great. I took myself on a little solo date, had some quiet time with myself, listened to some other podcasts, and just honestly enjoyed my day out and my Saturday, especially with the busyness and the stress of college. So it was great to be able to do that, feel like a human. So that was an amazing experience. Highly would recommend if you could take yourself on a little solo date. So with that, what does this mean for today's episode? We're talking about putting yourself into uncomfortable situations, similarly to going to a walk club or a run club with people that you've never known before in a new city, and putting yourself out there. And I made great connections today with amazing, kind people who I would have never met before if I didn't put myself out there, because I was so scared to go by myself. I was like, oh, I'm gonna go by myself. I don't know anyone. Like, are they gonna judge me? Am I just gonna be weird being not there with anyone? And it was not weird. So go put yourself out there. Biggest advice. So let's get on to talking about today's episode and what it means to put yourself out there and be in the uncomfortable situations. So we're gonna do it scared. We're gonna put ourselves in uncomfortable situations. So the first part is embracing the uncomfortableness, embracing something that you're not comfortable with. And with moving to college, that is a huge thing. You are putting yourself in a vulnerable position, in a position that you've never probably have been in before. It's putting yourself out there, putting yourself being you, and a new experience, getting to be a new person. And here is my biggest thing with this. If you do not put yourself into uncomfortable situations where you don't have a chance to grow, you will not grow. And of course here we are all about growing and becoming our best selves. And with that, putting yourself in a situation where you are comfortable all the time, you can't grow and evolve and become this highest version of yourself. And if you have these high goals and these dreams for yourself, you have to put yourself into these uncomfortable situations. And that's something that I've experienced even through a month of college. It has been such a glorious thing being able to put myself in an uncomfortable situation, a place where I don't know anyone, a place where I can be whoever I want to be and be truly myself, and being able to put myself out there. That has been the thing that I have seen the most growth with. Even in just a month, I've been able to fully just evolve myself. So be okay. So be okay with being scared to do something and it not being comfortable. So many people in life decides to hold themselves back, be in a comfortable spot, not be uncomfortable, and just honestly do what they know. They don't put themselves out there. They don't experience, go try, go travel, go do things. You have to travel. You have to get out there. You have to do things to really experience what life is. I would have never known of these things if I didn't leave my home state. I would have never known about these experiences if I didn't decide to leave. And of course, I miss my family and I miss my pets. I do. But I would have never been able to experience these things, been able to go to this event, even. Something as small as being able to go to a walking event, right? I would have never done that if I didn't push myself out there, push myself forward. And it was a scary process. You're gonna be scared. You're gonna not know what to do. You're gonna be uncomfortable, and you're gonna be shaking your arm a little bit. You're gonna be like, oh, I don't know anyone here. Being uncomfortable helps you grow, and that's the main purpose of this episode. We are gonna be talking about what it means to be uncomfortable. You need to walk into a room and not know anyone there. That's how you grow. That's how you learn. That's how you learn how you are in social situations, how you react to certain things, how you are with certain people. Being in a situation where you don't know everybody, you're not the smartest person in the room. You have people who are actually very driven in their lives, have been very successful, very much deserve the respect that they deserve. Being in that situation and putting yourself under them and learning from them helps you grow so much. Even in the first month of college, it's helped me grow. Like meeting professors, meeting new people out and about, meeting, honestly, everyone. You know, there are so many people in this world. There's so many opportunities. You have to get out there and be uncomfortable. You can't just be comfortable. Because when you're comfortable, you don't realize how good you might have it or how beautiful life really is. So we're talking about that today. Being uncomfortable is so much more than just, oh, I'm just gonna sit here and, oh, maybe people will come up to me, maybe I'll put myself out there, I don't know, kind of whatever is handed to me on a silver platter I will get, and I won't do anything else. No. To be successful, to arrive, to have that goal that you have set and to achieve it, you have to take yourself out of where you are, put yourself into a new place, whether that be a new work environment, a new school, a new club, a new friend group, a new opportunity. You cannot just have it given to you, right? You can't just be waiting for it. You have to seek out those opportunities. Okay, for instance, say you want to do something similar to the run club or a walking club or like a hot girl walk club, right? You cannot just be like, oh, if it comes to my city, it comes to my city. No, you have to put yourself out there, reach out to people. Do you want to go to this? Maybe I can go alone. And build that confidence for yourself, because you have to understand that being in that environment of not knowing will help you learn in so many different situations, right? I've experienced this moving to college. I don't know anyone here. I moved to a whole new state, a whole new city. I knew no one except for the people who I talked to a little bit, who were my roommate and suite mates on Instagram, knowing no one. And it's been the most lovely experience, because yes, there's been times I have been socially awkward. There's times I've met people and I want to be nice to everybody, and you should be nice to everybody and talk to everybody. But there's been times where I've just gotten a weird vibe from people, and they've got a weird vibe from me, and maybe we don't match. That's okay. They just are not my people. It's okay to have those interactions, because without those interactions, you're not going to find the real people. You're going to find your people if you are genuinely yourself. And I talked about this a little bit in the last episode. You're going to find your people if you put yourself into the uncomfortable situation and be yourself. You're going to find the people who are going to appreciate you for you, and you're going to have your inner circle of good people. Because if you put yourself at this facade of this person you think you are, and of course I'm a big fan of fake it till you make it, but you fake it till you make it when you are yourself. You have to push yourself out there. And moving and experience a whole new culture has been the best thing I think has happened to me. And yes, I am far from home. I am uncomfortable. I wake up every morning and I am blessed to be here, but I'm also uncomfortable. Like, who am I going to run into today? Who am I going to meet? I don't know if I know these people. Do I remember this person's name that I've had 5 conversations with? Maybe not, maybe yes, but you have to put yourself out there, right? Say you're given an opportunity to go do something really cool, but you're like, I'm not really comfortable with it. No, be uncomfortable. Put yourself in that situation. Put yourself through the work. The work is what's going to propel you. So with this whole thing being said, this whole, I guess, thing of putting yourself out there, be uncomfortable, because uncomfortable is much more than just, I don't know. It's being in an environment that you've never been in before, a situation you've never been in before, people you've never met. Put yourself in that, because you're going to grow. You're going to learn from people. You're going to learn about opportunities that you never knew you had. For instance, I never knew I liked country music, and then I thought I didn't like it for the entirety of my life, and now all of a sudden I'm in California and I like it. Okay, crazy. Meeting Maya and having such a blessed opportunity to do so. Amazing experience. Meeting people at college and professors. It's been amazing. And yes, does it take being uncomfortable to do it and kind of being a little socially awkward? Yeah, it does take it. Do you need to not know what you're doing all the time? You don't need to know. You don't need to know what you're doing. Just put yourself out there. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But you don't know unless you try. So really, this episode is here to motivate you to try. Put yourself in an uncomfortable situation. Say there's this club that you've been wanting to go to, and it's like a run club. Go to the run club if you've been thinking about it. Maybe it's a book club. Maybe it's going to a Pilates class, but you're scared you've never tried Pilates before, and everyone's going to look at you and be weird. No, but there's other people in your situation. Put yourself out there. You don't know unless you try, and you really do need to try and experience it. Because unless you don't, if you don't put yourself out there, you don't know. Wake up in the morning, and I inspire you, and I hope you will do this. Wake up in the morning, try every week to try something new. Try something that you've never tried before. Maybe you'll end up liking it, maybe you won't, but just give it a shot. Maybe hanging out with someone. Maybe it's trying a new sport. Maybe it's trying a new hobby. Maybe it's trying surfing if you're by an ocean. Or maybe it's rock climbing, or biking, or painting, or pottery. Anything. Filmmaking. Try a new something. Maybe it's trying to give a TED Talk. That was a whole new journey for me, and I put myself out there and then it worked. Please, I encourage you to try, because without knowing how to try, you won't. Without the unknowing, you won't know. You have to unknow before you do know. And I know so many people who keep themselves in a comfortable situation and a comfortable life, and if that's what works for you, it's what works for you. But if you have high goals for yourself, if you have high expectations, if you want to achieve great things in life, you have to be okay with being uncomfortable. Because you can achieve these things without being in these situations. So I encourage you, please get out, please try, be uncomfortable, even if it's something small to start, like going to a Pilates class or going to a run club, or honestly taking yourself out on a solo date. Take yourself out on a solo date, kind of try it out, see if you like being alone with yourself. I encourage you to love yourself before you can love others, and that's the best way to do it. So please, I encourage you to get out and to try new things, because you don't know unless you try. And I'm always here for you if you are scared, if you're uncertain, if you need someone to talk to in that journey. Please feel free to reach out at thelittlethings.podcast on Instagram. And I want to hear your story. I want to hear what it's been like. And if you've been through these experiences of not knowing, of not understanding, and being in an uncertain position, feel free to reach out, because it is so important that we are here for each other. I am here for you, and I want to be there for you. So please feel free to reach out, share your story, share your experiences, or if you just want to chat, I am always down. Be okay with not knowing. Be okay with being scared. Be okay with not knowing what you're going to do and if you're going to get along with these people. Just be okay with the uncertainty, because if you don't not know, you won't know. So go through the unknown to know who you are, what you like, and what the world has to offer, because we live on a huge planet and we have so many opportunities and so many things. Put yourself out there. Be okay with being scared to put yourself out there, but do it scared. Do it scared. Do it with confidence. Be true to you, and you will see those things that you want to achieve and succeed for. Because without doing those things, you won't get where you want to be. So with that being said, thank you so much for joining me on today's episode. I am so glad that we are able to chat and talk again in this lovely place, and officially face to face. It's been great. I hope that you are having a great day, evening, night, whenever you're listening to this. And thank you so much for spending the time to chat with me today, and it's been great to hear, and it's been great to talk with you, and I'm so happy that we are back to talking again. And enjoy your fall vibes this year, and I look forward to talking to you in the next episode. If you have any comments or suggestions for episode topics, please reach out or leave them down below. And with that being said, have a great day, evening, night, whenever you listen to this, and I will see you in the next episode.